Okay, so how do we look through this section test now? First one, the gradient, straightforward enough, differentiate, put in 2. Next one, the same, differentiate and put in -1. Number 3, I wrote it in terms of f dash x there. So you differentiate and then put it equal to 2 and solve it. Number 4, I would write that as y equals over here and then times out your bracket and then differentiate. Number 5, you have got v equals this and you want the rate of change. Now rate of change is when you differentiate. So dv by it's dr in here this time. So you differentiate that and you're told then that r equals 5. So we'll just have a look at that. So you differentiate and then put in r equals 5. So that's rate of change, means something's changing. It's another way of doing the gradient. Number 6, the curve is this equation. Find the equation of the tangent and equation of the normal. Both just straightforward enough there running through. Number 7, the normal to the curve. So we've got this, has got gradient of 3. So the normal gradient is -1 over m equals 3. So m is when you differentiate dy by dx. So it's -3x squared. So put your m in there and just basically solve that wee equation. Number 8, what is the coordinates of the point on the curve where the gradient is -1? So differentiate, number 8. So you differentiate and put it equal to -1 and solve it. Get your x coordinates and don't forget to sub in to get your y coordinates. And 2 more questions from this wee section. The normal to the curve. So first of all, work out the normal to the curve. Put in your x and y, do your dy by dx over the side, put in your x. So you've got the normal to the curve. And it says it meets the curve again. So here's your normal and here's your curve. You put them equal to each other. So bring that 3 across and times everything on one side. You can divide by 2 to make everything easier because it equals 0. Factorize, or you can use your formula. So you get your x points and that's all they want. Now that's the point P, so the answer is -2 over 3. And the last question is asking you the tangent to the curve at this point. So let's work this out. Tangent, always write out your formula to structure your work. Put in your x, put in your y, go over to the side, do dy by dx, put in your x. And you've worked out your tangent. And it says it meets the coordinate axes. So both axes. So it meets the x-axis and y is 0, so put y equals 0. So there's your first point. And it meets the y-axis when x is 0. So that's your other one. And then you want the area of your triangle, OXY. So draw out your triangle, area is base times height divided by 2.